Hello and welcome to another stream. I'm your host Grayson, and tonight we're going to have a special doozy for you. I'm joined by Cans, whatever you want to call him, Menarche Cinco, and the Politicrat.
Hi.
Actually, I think you were on a stream before a very long time ago.
I was your first one with Alkazai, and it went terribly. And we discovered how much of a failure it was halfway through, and I think we just just dicked around.
Yeah. Also, that's when you mentioned Kevin Castley for the first time to me, and boy, was that a mistake.
I don't know about any of this drama. It's like you. It's like you messaged me, and then Kevin messaged me, and then Emma messaged me, and it's like I don't know what this drama is. Is all I know is about something something about some girl saying something anti-Semitic or something, or
Islamophobic. Oh, well, and when I mean Islamophobic, I don't mean like the SJW Islamophobic. I mean...
Oh, that's what he means by liberal versus conservative hawks. He means socially liberal versus socially conservative hawks are at war.
Yeah, I guess you could say
that. I thought he meant neocons versus international liberals, but apparently I think he means left and right, like socially in that sense. I just don't know what's going on, but anti-theists, but anti-theists, they're boring, and generally they hate religion for the sake of hating religion. It's like just for that sake, and it's just very boring. And generally, they don't even understand the religion in the first place, and they will interpret the Bible the same way that fundamentalist evangelicals do. Like, basically, because you know how fundamentalist evangelicals believe the world was born in literally 7 days, and they don't realize the deeper symbolism buried within that. Because, for instance, it was symbolic. The earth is supposed to be like a temple. That there are always 7 days to dedicate the temple ceremonially. So that was reflected in sort of a poem that's basically the entire message of which God ordered the universe in a very orderly, natural way. And so that entire thing is just a symbol to that. But yet you'll have the young Earth creationists who'll be like, "Oh no, this is like literal history. This is how it happened."
Now we can hear you.
Thank God. This is how it happened. And it's like, no, it's not. And then you'll have the anti-theists saying the same thing. Oh, this is what the people who wrote this actually believed. And it's like, no, you guys are both saying the same thing because you don't understand your religion, and you guys don't understand the religion that you're trying to criticize, and you don't understand the deeper metaphysical significance of these things. Okay, I'm sorry for saying the word metaphysical. I promised you I wouldn't use it on here.
No, that's fine. Anyway, also, Menarche, this is the first time you came on, so you have a right if you want to introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Menarche Thinker. I'm at 216 Thinker on Twitter. I'm a constitutional monarchist and a Austrian libertarian.
All right. And so, I told you guys a little about the debate, the drama. You should, if you want to learn more about it, you can go to Henry's channel. It's at American Madhouse if you want to see that blood sports of a debate that happened. And so, essentially, what it is, it's a divide between the anti-theist hawks and hawks that range from don't give a crap to somewhat religious, because, to be fair, no one in the community is actually extremely religious. But
wait, what? We're not forming a caliphate? I thought that was the original plan.
No. Castley likes Calvinism.
The Castley Caliphate?
No, he likes Calvinism. He says it's the only kind of Christianity that makes sense to him when he thinks about it, because he doesn't believe in free will. He doesn't think free will makes it. He says predestination makes sense because if God already knows who's going to heaven and who's not, is he really even letting us choose? Basically, and he says that doesn't think that makes sense. So that's why he sides more with Calvinism, and he explained it like far out that if he could see himself eventually becoming a Presbyterian, or being one at some point in the future. And he's completely, because he really likes the idea. So, yeah, I mean, he's told me this many times. Castley's not an anti-theist by any means, and he
I don't know,
understands.
he's been making a lot of like anti-religious comments on Twitter lately. I think he might be grifting in that direction.
Yeah.
Like that's what it looks like to me.
I haven't really been following his.
Like, no, people dropped Patreon support, like people on the conservative side and people on the left-wing side, like fucking helped fill that gap. Like they either upped support or people just joined. I feel like he might be doing a grift.
Anyway, before we get into more of this, I kind of want to get everyone's Yeah, as Ollie said, Kevin said in his stream last night, he's about to become an anti-theist. But anyway, before we continue on, I kind of want to get everyone's opinions on Kevin Castley. You can be as cruel as you want. Basically, I'll start with Ken's cuck, I guess, as you want to be called.
Let's see. He's greedy. I would say now he's a grifter, and he's also a narcissist. You know, he wouldn't criticize me to my face. Like, I fucking shat all over his friends' spooky nookies. Like, he would like all the replies to me from, like, his friends, Neil and whatever. He would never criticize me directly like he did to you.
Hungry Country Ball. Send a tweet tweet out the stream and I'll share it.
Okay, yeah, I'll see if I can find some. Some people protect their accounts these days.
Yeah. I'm gonna continue. Basically, once he found out that I was no longer paying him on Patreon, he coincidentally decided to go to town on me in the fucking group chat, fucking calling me a bunch of names and shit. He's like, "You're a fat virgin. You're autistic. You're a fucking loser." He was actually saying these things. Like, we have screen caps.
Yeah.
Like, these are actually, like, epic fucking insults. What he thinks these are fucking top tier.
Anyway, I guess with that we can go to Polycrat on his opinion on Kevin.
I don't know. I kind of like the guy, but definitely like
You kind of like the fact he's an asshole. Is that how you would?
Oh,
describe
it's
it?
hilarious. No, it's great. Plus, he's a good guest on my show usually. We can tell you, I think he says some pretty ridiculous things. But the thing is, especially like he says the things just like they're facts, just his delivery, and it's like when he's on the stream, and it's, for instance, like just a very matter of fact in his opinions, and makes him like Tulsi Gabbard is I don't know, something like that. Basically, because we all know Tulsi Gabbard works for Siri or is like a Syria's agent or something like that. He says it's very matter of fact.
Yeah, he comes off like one of those fucking Fox News pundits.
He's good at it too.
Yeah, he said he wanted to be like
Tucker.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he has said he wanted to be something like that. Like he wanted to replace Tucker. I'm not sure if he exactly said that, but he has alluded to that at the very least.
That's funny.
Yeah. Anyway, also Minaki, if you since you're a minarchist, I'm assuming you probably have some strong opinions on Castley. Oh, strong dislike, more to say.
Well, from the perspective of libertarian Twitter, basically we all don't like Castley, whether like especially ANCAPs. Um, like for one thing, I mean, like I can't really explain it. Like besides, like, well, he's a neocon and he's a bunch of other stuff too.
Seems
Like-
like it has to do with attitude because, like, I know
Yeah,
I've actually made some
definitely that.
friends with libertarians despite being a neocon. So
What you
Yeah,
dude, okay. You used to be a paleocon, and then within a month, you became a neocon. And the thing is, it's ridiculous because like sorry, what was I saying?
I don't know.
You were talking about him used to be in PaleoCon.
Oh yeah. So yeah, you were a paleocon, and you came on my stream on the discerning conservatism stream, which Kevin was also on. And you were just like you identified as a paleocon, who you used to be isolationist, and then you started to become. You basically had paleocon domestic views, but then you started to develop a neocon foreign policy because you've been hanging around with um, um, what's his Kevin for so long, and it was kind of funny. And so you were like, "Oh well, I came on the Politicrats cast, and no, I'm not gonna." And that's what you were saying. And so yeah, you were representing paleoconservatism then, and you just said that Kevin, like the main difference between you, there's just a difference between you and others paleoconservatives, and that I'm more hawkish, and that's sort of. But then that was your sort of Dave Rubin style transformation. Like Dave Rubin starts taking a little more of those things, and then now you're a full blown neocon.
In my defense, I was 17.
Okay. I'm not accusing you. I'm just saying it's really funny. Just that kind of.
Oh yeah, I know.
Transition.
I'm definitely still of an impressionable stage.
Oh yeah, no, totally. I mean, Dave Rubin doesn't have an excuse. He's like what 40 something.
Anyway, I don't exactly know how I'm going to present this because I don't know if I have to screen share or something, but even if I should screen share because that's kind of a annoying thing to do, but there were some highlights from Kevin's little deranged, I don't know what you call that.
Oh, is this the fucking Neil Khan stream?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's watch it.
Yeah, let me just go find it real quick.
I got a link to it. I can send it to you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, or did you send out a tweet so I could retweet it?
It's like
Did you say
what-
Never mind. Okay, but yeah, I don't know. It's
Yeah, but
it's like 1 hour and 17 minutes in. I think Kevin starts ranting about like all the bullshit. Like he rants about the poll I put out,
Yeah, okay.
and then he alludes to you being literally like retarded.
Yeah, I know, but we're
Oh,
about...
I can't say that word. I forgot. Sorry.
It's fine. No one watches the stream. He says.
Oh,
no
oh
one
yeah,
watches.
oh yeah. You're right. He said it.
Yeah.
You know what? He's probably just gonna report it anyway.
Yeah.
but you know, going back to what you were saying about Castley, and from the he is basically kind of very off-putting and kind of says like the worst way to explain something, and you know what I mean.
Yeah. Like I think I have debated several people from different sides, and I realize the best way to like try and convince them to go to your side is to like essentially argue your point from like their perspective. Like if I was arguing for libertarian, I would say, yeah, this will help global trade. If I was an ANCOM, I would be like, yeah, this is helping oppressed peoples dismantle hierarchy. It's like Kevin, though, I don't think he's really good at initially doing that. But we'll get on to like probably the worst of the worst on YouTube, and we have another guest. So hi, leftist.
Eh.
Hey. Yeah. I think I remember. I think you like debated Kevin on the Iraq War, and you also debate Net 7.
Oh yeah, I debated both of you guys. I'm also just relaxed 314 on Twitter.
Okay. So now with that, we can kind of go to probably the cringiest parts of this.
Yeah, it starts like right here.
No, it's a tactic, and I've seen it employed elsewhere too, but it's a tactic because they think, well, no one's going to notice this. It's like stealing away someone in the middle of the night.
By the way, this is about the Natalie controversy.
Yeah, I don't know much about that. All I know is that she's like apparently not very educated when it comes to religion.
She's probably not very educated, period. Well, let me explain, or should we keep watching?
Yeah. I was trying to find the tweet to like show, but it's not that important. You can,
I can find the tweet.
yeah, if you can find it, we'll continue, and then once it's found, we can get on with it.
Who you think no one will notice? Well, they don't have any immediate family. No one visits their apartment. No one will know.
By the way, this is all about someone who left Twitter after being ratioed.
Well, that's the thing. No, that's the thing. That's another problem. I think Kevin, at least from an ideology, he is a very good spokesman for neoconservatism, and just at least from a presentation perspective, I think he generally makes good video content. Well, I mean, I know that he doesn't really make videos; it's just him talking, and there's like a screen. But at least in terms of how he presents himself, and I think he is a good advocate for neoconservatism sometimes, not when he's acting like a, because he can be petty. He can be petty sometimes, but
Dude, that's most political people, though.
but yeah, I can be very petty too. No, but yeah, he could be like that sometimes.
Yeah,
Yeah, and so wait, what was
I
the
just
point I
think
was making before that? Sorry.
Oh, yeah,
you were
this is
talking
the
that he was a
tweet.
good presenter for
Yeah,
like
no,
the neocon movement.
Good presenter.
Yeah.
But then also, but when he has his streams, I mean, some of his streams, like his drama stream, as he calls it, is that, I mean, it just doesn't seem particularly professional.
It's not.
Yeah.
Because, and it's like basically he's turning into
Keemstar.
no, I was about to say no, Keemstar Castley.
Keemstar Cat. Okay, that's actually pretty good.
That's what it is. It's Keemstar Castley Power
No,
Hour.
but Keemstar is actually like funny and entertaining.
Look, Castley can be pretty funny and entertaining, though. I will say that.
Castley can be entertaining.
Anyway, basically.
But to be
the
honest,
tweet-
the drama is actually pretty good for him because I'm pretty sure this is the most I paid attention to him. Or like I watched like
Okay.
70% of that stream yesterday because it was just like a shit show.
Grayson, like click the pictures.
Yeah, anyway, this is the first tweet here. Basically, it's taxed the religious organization and taxed them for 245 years of back taxes. Basically, I think this is stupid just because separation of religion and church is both ways. essentially.
Yeah, but
Dude, this
that's like
person
the
just
least
wants
bad
to.
thing I saw.
The thing is, I don't think they understand. This is becoming an ideology. I'm not like going to be a boomer con who's like, "Oh, atheism is a religion," because it's not. It is the lack of believing in a god. However, when you anti-theism, it does border on being an aspect of a religion. That religion being scientism, hence the separation of like the people who basically subscribe to the mythology of empiricism, more or less. Basically devoid of metaphysics. Anyway, sorry for going on that tangent.
You know, it's funny that you mentioned scientism because one of the next tweets.
Scientism is a religion. It's the religion that makes science their mythology.
Yeah, I've
And
seen
so
like all those
it's
fucking.
usually the anti-theists tend to be those like radical
Oh,
versions.
you mean
of
like
those
all
people.
those fucking soy boy memes where they're like, "I fucking love science." Like, you mean like that fucking shit?
Yeah.
Like,
And
it's
like
funny. It's
and they
funny
don't
you
and they
mention
don't think
that.
they don't think that like religion matters. Like even if there's not a god, I mean
No,
religion
you know, it's
still
funny.
still says something about the human psyche and existence.
Yeah.
So I mean you can't just say that. I mean you can't be. I just don't like I'm fine with atheists. I mean some atheists I know are better Christians than some Christians, who many of which are complete assholes who don't practice what they preach. But the thing is, with anti-theists, a lot of them, they're just as bad because number one, they both like both those people and then these people are the scientismists. The anti-theists will interpret the Bible in the exact same way, which is hilarious. Because the like evangelical fundamentalists, they're not aware that like there are these sort of that these stories are more symbolic, like the Book of Genesis. They think it was 7 literal days, and that people back then believed it was 7 literal days, which is not, and is a stupid interpretation. It's a poem that describes how God created the universe in perfect order. That is more or less what the message is. Hence, the numerology is important. 7 days, God did not create the earth in 7 literal days. That is not what was intentionally meant by that. The 7 is it's supposed to be an allegory because they're basically saying God designed the earth to be like a temple. And the way they are alluding to that, without saying it directly, is by making the earth being created in 7 days. And back then, temple dedication ceremonies were 7 days long. So they're basically making it this big temple dedication ritual by making it like, and it explains a greater truth about the existence of God. That's what that story is for. Yet you have, this is just one example, by the way. I'm not going to bother getting into any of the others, but that's why you see. So you'll have the dumbass fundamentalist literalists. They'll believe that, and they'll also always talk about how back then, way back then, they believed that too. And then you have the anti-theists who are like, "Oh yeah, they actually believe that crap. That's so stupid. Back then the people who wrote this were stupid. These are just fairy tales, and God's a sky wizard." It's like, no, you're just reading it at face value too. You're also interpreting it literally. It's not what you're supposed to do. Like, anyway. It's just people who will decry anything that has to do with religion for being stupid and it's not logical or rational or empirical. It's like, well, fuck you. Not everything. Empiricism is not the only way of studying the universe. It's not the only way you can go and understand the universe. Religion is important as well. It just explains a completely different aspect. And when it's a hyper materialistic way of looking at things, if you are examining the physical universe and you think that that's like the end all be all, because you're just focusing on the physical material existence.
Okay, but I don't.
Yeah,
I
that
don't,
makes sense.
I hope you don't mind, but I kind of want to get back to this.
Okay, I'm sorry. Yes, we're
This is
sorry
fine.
for going. No, but I'm just saying. Long story short, the anti-theists are just as dumb.
Can I ask a question? Like, why are we considered theists in this? I thought the whole thing was like Natalie said some shitty things about like religious people, specifically Muslims,
Yeah, well, we're about
and that's
to
why
get.
people called them out. Like, why are we like we want like a religious state, or like I'm sure like Asuka said something stupid like that.
I will explain that. Let's just go through the tweets.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
This is
'cause
the tweet I think that really got people because this one's it's stupid, but I'm not cancelable.
Yeah, fuck that. That's theft, man. Taxation is theft. No, I'm okay. I'm kind of being. I'm half joking.
This is the one that has got people. This is, and I quote, if you're Muslim, you're a piece of shit no matter how moderate you are. To follow in the ideological footsteps on the same level as someone who was a pedophile, warlord, rapist, and slave maker, you evil. It's your evil, but whatever.
Basically, that sounds like a BoomerCon. Like it sounds like something that somebody like Rush Limbaugh would say.
But
Well, it's just funny.
I want to
think
bring
we
up a point. Like, didn't George, like, Washington own slaves?
Yeah.
People look up to him. Like, does that make? Like,
Well, he'll probably get canceled soon. Poor
Like-
Libert.
But,
I
and
mean,
also
I'm pretty
be
sure
like,
we all appreciate him as like one of the founding fathers. Like, are we evil for that? Like,
Yeah.
like,
Also,
logically
we should-
speaking,
Also, we should give John C. Calhoun some more slack, because the thing is, his position on slavery was the only non-based take that he had. He had all of his other ideas were based, but he defended slavery and that kind of like. He was like one of our best senators, but he
anyway,
was actually considered to be on the left at the time, whereas Andrew Jackson was more like centrist, center right. but,
yeah,
yeah.
you can kind of tell why this would get people very angry, especially the first sentence. And also the third tweet, but this one was just
yeah. This is why I said it's funny you bring up scientism.
yeah. Basically, there are three noteworthy differences between religious people and schizophrenics. Schizophrenics are alone in their delusions, while religious fantasies are shared. Schizophrenics are born psychotic. Religious people are willfully crazy. And three, this one's a little smaller, but the amount and scale of harm schizophrenics can pale in comparison.
Dude, this is like some cult
What
of
the
dust.
fuck?
This is like some cult of dusty bullshit.
Yeah, like this is like Rose Pierre level.
No, you know Cult of Dusty, right?
Yeah, Cult of Dusty is that like YouTuber.
The disgusting, like, I basically would want to like.
He's pretty fucking edgy. Like I kind of appreciate him for that. Like
I used to no, but the thing is like that. But then he became woke.
he became he used to say like the fucking N-word, like hard R, and like he just straight up said fuck Israel. Like he shouldn't give our
Fuck
tax dollars
Israel,
to them.
man. Yeah, but
Like
seriously, I think
I loved him for that. Like that was funny.
I thought you were for Israel.
Well, I am for Israel, but I appreciated how like he was just he didn't fucking sugarcoat things.
Yeah, I can respect that. Alex Jones is like that kind of too.
I also thought like it was kind of funny like the way he chimped out. It's sad to hear that he's woke now.
I think he's been for a while.
Anyway, if you're ready, we can get to the video part, which we were supposed to, but then we got sidetracked a little.
Okay.
Notice.
People think
And as soon as I start a video, someone else always joins. Wait.
Ohio leftist times 2?
Yeah, which one's the real one?
Oh, wait. Can
I
you
guess
guys
this
hear me?
one. Okay, this one's the real one.
Yeah, both of them are me. I got kicked out for a second.
Yeah. Anyway.
he swipes at me, I'm going to notice, and a lot of other people are probably going to notice too. So it speaks to the utter cowardice of what we witnessed about all this too.
You know what?
Yeah, I'm just going to say this. It's not really cowardly to just go after someone just because you disagreed with them. It's like if you go into like you can, it's the internet. You're allowed to do anything as long as it doesn't.
No, if you disagree with Kevin, and you say like, "Oh no, I'm not. I don't. I am. It's wrong what we're doing in Syria or whatever." He'll basically say something like, "Oh, he denies that Assad is a dictator, basically a fifth column, and denies the genocide the genocide of his own people." He's going to start saying that just because they disagree on a specific issue. Like he doesn't even know the reasons.
Straw
Just,
man.
A quick question: was it true that Natalie did receive death threats?
I never heard that claim.
There's no evidence to suggest that. And given that Kevin like lied about that little Discord thing just to like do a little gotcha, and Neil lied about the fucking comments thing on this stream that we're watching, like I can explain that later too. Like I'm not gonna trust them. Like they're willing to fucking lie about me, so I'm not gonna fucking trust them when they have no fucking evidence to back up their shit. Like they're a bunch of lying pieces of shit.
You know what, though? I think from the standpoint of the community going forward, I think anybody watching this, and a lot of people have seen this. I mean, you add up all the impressions and everything from all the streams and the tweets and everything around this. Thousands of people are aware of this now. I've had people.
Yeah, I think I don't think it's thousands. Like
probably like 100 at least.
Why is there an echo?
500.
Who's that going?
When you play the video.
Oh, I think that happens just because it's one of those weird things that happen.
Yeah, you guys want to know what's funny? Like Kevin Reese and like the other guys on his side have come up with this theory that because Kevin and Reese were like busy with other things at the time, we all ganged up on Natalie to try and cancel her while they weren't looking.
Does she have a YouTube channel? Who is Natalie?
She's some fucking dumb bitch who just fucking like comments on Kevin's streams. Like she's a fucking nobody. Nobody ever talks to her. Like nobody's ever interacted with her. She's never been in a voice call. Like I don't even think she donates to the fucking like Patreon. Like she's a nobody.
Maybe trying to simp her.
They're trying to simp her. Like Kevin bought like a fucking purple suit and wore it on a stream yesterday to fucking say, I stand in solidarity with her because her avatar was purple. I'm not even making that up.
No.
He did.
That's so freaking
Remember,
weird.
Grayson?
Yeah, I remember that. And I just remember, like, we were all just like, oh, God, man.
That's adorable. Oh, Kevin.
No, he's in the chat.
Oh my shit, he's here.
Yep.
Do you want to bring him on?
No.
Like, I honestly kind of
bring him on.
No.
Don't bolt. No. Am I the
No.
only one who actually likes him here?
Probably.
No, I honestly like Kevin. Like, I honestly kind of want to like get this. Like, I don't want this drama to go on forever.
Simping and chimping. It's what he does best.
Like, I feel like that debate yesterday was a shit show for everybody involved.
It
Both
was.
sides looked like idiots.
I'm going to say this. I think Asuka also shot All Movement in the foot a little when she mentioned.
What do you mean a little? Like, she fucking. Oh, he.
He. I forget it's a guy.
What, is that their preferred pronouns?
But this is the thing. It's just like, how do you expect Kevin to come to your side when you're shit talking his family? Even if you're morally right, you can't do that. Like, that's.
Yeah, I get it. I know. I don't agree with that.
Oh, yeah. There's more proof to Grayson's excuse than there is to Natalie being a real woman. Eat shit.
Yeah. Actually, I don't have the police report, but I do actually have a compensation check from. So does that like prove anything? Or
there's more proof than Natalie being a woman.
Yeah. Anyway, well, I don't know. I don't think I don't think
No, we're not. We're not. No, he's had his platform. He has his own platform. We're not bringing him on. Don't do
Yeah.
it. Fuck him. He can go eat a
I
dick.
don't think anyone else in the stream really wants to do that either.
He
Look,
can
I'm
see
just
it
gonna
in
say
the chat.
I'm open to it.
Yeah, I'm open to it too.
I'm not. I mean, I don't know. Just don't,
I mean,
I don't
like,
want
how about this?
people
We
to
just let
bully.
him on
It's
for
not
like
that I don't
5
want.
minutes just to see how it goes.
Oh no, but he's gonna
Well,
make a
it's just-
reaction. He's gonna make like a crazy reaction.
Yeah,
stream for that.
we don't care. I'm not watching
Okay,
his
so
channel.
like, it would be,
I'm not watching his channel. I don't care. Like, who
Yeah.
the fuck cares?
alright.
I called him like the devil the other day because he had 666 subscribers. And then so wait, where was I going with this? Well, I mean, it was like tongue in cheek. That like we fuck with each other sometimes, but fuck, what was I saying before that?
No, I was just gonna say, like, only like one of the dumb things Kevin said yesterday is like, Grayson, you have you have a terrible voice. Nobody will listen to you. That's why you're not popular. I remember him saying that, and I thought, like, okay, Kevin, you guys are all idiots.
So is he being the devil then?
Yeah. Anyway, we can continue on. That was a
People asking, what's the free Natalie thing about? And here's the thing. People know now that this is a community that will stand up for OGs.
all right. So I kind of want to get outsiders' opinions on this. What do you think about that statement that they stand up for outside? I don't know.
They stand up for OGs, as in
Yeah.
if it's like a fucking pyramid scheme. Like, you know, if you were like at the top, like, we'll fucking like, yeah, that's real fucking assuring. Like, that's what everyone wants to hear.
Anyway, like, does anyone think that defending that is going to help their case amongst?
Well, no,
outsiders?
because nobody
Oh, yeah,
else,
definitely not towards Muslims.
nobody's an OG. Like that ship has sailed. Like nobody's gonna hear that and be like, yeah, because nobody else can be an OG at this point.
Yeah.
No matter how prominent they are, if you come and fuck with us. So
Yep.
you fuck around, you find out. We're
And we
nuclear.
also stand up and support the people that have stood by us and supported us since day dot. You know,
Absolutely.
So
and she
I'll say
didn't
this.
deserve us at all.
We're doing a Pride stream in just under half an hour on my
Oh
channel.
god. Oh god, that's such a grift.
Yeah. It's like,
It's like, okay, so it's like, and this is why. So I have like a decent amount of reactionary fans, and they gave me shit for this. That
Incels,
No,
yeah,
no,
nice projection
like
there.
no, and so they'll give me shit for being pro gay marriage. But the thing is, because I am. I mean, I'm basically a libertarian on a lot of those social issues, even though I'm like, at the same time, I'm socially liberal yet culturally traditionalist. If that makes sense. But either way, so like I mean, I'm fine with that. But I never just like do a stream like focused on that in general. It's like, no, it's just not something we really talk about. It's not what my channel is intended for. And I'm not going to go out of my way to do something about this one social issue that as like I'm for, but I wouldn't want to use my like I'm not going to use my platform to go and like praise like I don't know. I don't know. It's just not my thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's crafted a very swaggy thumbnail. I'm going to
it's very swaggy thumbnail, guys. Who's this swaggy anymore? It's 2021.
I don't know. I don't.
I
Even
mean,
know
I
what
can't
the
really judge.
thumbnail
I
is.
use a lot of words.
I've
that
never.
I shouldn't
I, like, does anyone like? I haven't seen the thumbnail. Like, what is it?
I thought
I
it
don't
looked
think
cool.
there's one.
post the link in the description below, or not in the description, but in the live chat. Everybody should go and check it out. But you all are welcome to join in to actually be on the stream if you want. So,
Thanks, dude. Thanks.
Yeah, I'll probably swing by.
Yep.
Yeah, because it's not going to be too long. It can't be too long. But
You sound like a pretty swaggy guy. Maybe do you think we should do a podcast someday?
What's that?
Okay, I kind of have to admit, I did kind of chuckle at that, even though it's like complete stupid. Because honestly,
Is Kevin unironically saying debate me? Like, debate me, bro. That's literally what he's doing.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's like
it's kind of funny.
autism.
I'm not saying this to make fun of me, but I'm not saying this to make fun of him, but it's just kind of funny.
It's
Oh, look,
narcissism.
debate me. Oh,
He's doing it again.
yeah.
I mean, people aren't part of your cult except for like the 5 people who like worship you.
Oh no, it's 6
Who
people,
worship?
man.
Wait.
They're really going to
I just don't know why he's dying on this hill with like he's dying. He really wants to die on this hill. It's just
He bought a purple suit for some random girl that's probably not even a girl.
Well, okay, we can't make those assumptions. Come on.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm not the one making us. They're the one assuming she's a woman. Like they're the one who
Let's
brought
just
up
call
the
them
fact.
them. Let's
They're
just
the
call
one.
them. Let's just
No,
call them them. It's like
Okay,
Schrodinger's
fine,
gender.
fine. Natalie is a them, like, but they're the ones that were like, "Oh, they bullied Natalie because she's a woman." I'm not even kidding. Like that's what they started.
That's interesting.
No, I like
because
the theory
on my
that she
stream,
is an
that's
alien
interesting.
talking
Because
to
on my
us.
stream, Kevin said some pretty like solidly conservative things, at least from a social perspective, and so that seems kind of like But I know it was like on a different issue. But I mean, it's just taking that
Actually,
that
you know,
sort of approach.
you know what?
Is, yeah.
You know what, Politicrat?
mention.
You're
I'm not
probably
gonna
going to overtake Kevin like in subs here soon. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah,
you're,
like-
you're growing
subs
so
are
much
meaningless,
faster.
to be honest.
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
literally like
it's not
I
a
feel like most
competition.
people who follow Kevin Castley only
Not,
hate
it's, I mean, it's
Paul.
not a competition, but I mean, it would be yeah.
Her being a woman is irrelevant.
Yeah.
I mean, good to know that he sims men. Are you coming out, Kevin?
I know. It's a phrase.
Is Kevin coming out?
I
sorry.
don't know.
Crazy idea, but just saying.
what would you want to do it on?
I thought it'd be a cooking show. That's kind of my specialty.
Okay, I will say this. I actually do still find Reese sort of funny in a strange way, like just the way he presents stuff. Like, I'll
Oh
give
yeah, I
points.
still
to-
find Castley funny. I still find
Castley's a fucking dude. Castley's a fucking alpha Chad.
dude. I'll be honest. He goes down funny. I appreciate that about him.
Also, he stands by his shit. I just love how he says things in a very like, matter-of-fact way. I forget if I said this earlier. I think I said this earlier, right?
You did.
About how, yeah, he just like says like he'll say like a really virulent opinion, like
Oh yeah,
Like
I
it's a
remember.
fact.
He
Like
said
it's a
like he was
fact.
okay with
like
like,
he'll be, and then he'll
kids
be like,
dying and like
oh, he'll be like,
Um,
like,
Oh,
so-
look, he's attacking your fan base right there.
what? Oh,
They're
they're
far-right
far right.
sparks.
Dude, I have
far-right
plenty of
sparks.
socialists in my
See,
audience.
he'd
too.
rather have Vosh's fan base than Politicrats.
and
Wow. You have such a low bar, dude.
Yeah,
He
that's
does
like-
have a low bar.
That was like a really not cool accusation. Or
That isn't, man.
Yeah.
It could be.
I don't really, I don't really
Hey,
care what he's
Gordon
saying.
Ramsay,
I don't really care what he's saying. I mean, he still comes onto my streams. I'm sure some of my followers have. I mean, I actually know for a fact, a bunch of my followers are now followers of Kevin Castley. Like, I mean, we exchange. I mean, basically, I mean, he gave me some followers. I gave him some followers, and a lot of people on my server, and I have people on the left, the right, libertarians, monarchists, those guys, everything. I have like pretty neoliberals, populists. I have literally everything
Oh God.
on my server. And the thing is,
what the heck?
many of mine do too. I give the other ones shit for not. but
Yeah,
like I'm not
yeah.
gonna ban them from my server, and it's like we can disagree on certain issues.
Yeah,
And
so I guess
then-
we all hate LGBT rights here. Like Minarchy Thinker, you hate LGBT rights apparently.
I have like dude, I have
I'm
I have
bisexual.
trans people on my server. Like
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Well,
I
thing, man.
literally think like half your people here are like openly bisexual.
dude, the thing is, like, I don't know why he thinks it's a bunch of like everyone's NRX though. Like in my quote unquote fan base, I wouldn't even call it fan base. I'll just say viewer
yeah,
or
wait.
audience.
I just remembered something. He was dealing with boss drama, and that's when he said like people started attacking Natalie because they were busy. Kevin Cassidy and other people were dealing with the boss drama. Is that true?
Yeah,
Hmm.
he was dealing with boss drama at the time. Though to say we did it because we wanted to.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask this question again. Why are we considered theists if we just said like,
Oh,
hey,
no. The
shit-talking Muslims
thing
pretty
is,
bad?
we need to remember Kevin Cassidy is a Calvinist, or epistemologically speaking, at least. Like,
Well,
Yeah.
hold on. Cassidy's saying in the comments, religion's harmful. I don't hate individuals who are brainwashed. I hate the ideology.
yeah, no, he doesn't. He doesn't think that when it comes to.
Yet you
Calvin.
defend religions that hate your bisexuality. What the fuck?
He doesn't. No, he doesn't do that when it comes. It's when everything except for Calvinism. Like he legitimately likes Calvinism, has spoken nothing but like kind word or good words about it. Says the theology is the most consistent, and he could definitely see himself becoming a Calvinist at some point in the future.
No, I'm gonna have to laugh at this because he spelled ignorant wrong.
Yeah, anti-theism is a component of
Ignorant.
scientism.
Ignorant.
No, I think he's saying.
When's he doing the Calvinist grift?
No, I think he's calling ignore nat. I think that's supposed to be an insult,
Oh.
like nat nationalist.
Wait, no, he
Okay.
corrected it like right after.
Well, I mean, Stalin and Mao. I mean, Mao was essentially the old traditional emperor religion, but he just kind of changed some of the names. And then Stalin wasn't a true believer in communism. He was just a strong man. But people like Lenin were like.
So I'm going.
But communism is a religion.
Stop
It
stealing
is actually a form. It's also a form of Calvinism, believe it or not. I'm not going to get into
Yeah,
that.
you
But
went at, first of all, you went and stole fucking Armored Skeptics fucking lurk and content. Now you're going to go and steal Billy Bong's content. This is unacceptable, Reese. You've crossed the line. That's it. Cancel, Reese.
Wait, did you pay the royalties for the suit? Because
I don't know what this is about. I'm
you
just.
stole the
Oh,
suit.
that's
thing
like some
from
that's like some old
Ray, from
meme,
Fat Ray.
like
You
referring.
trademarked the suit.
That's like some
I
old
know.
meme
It's,
referring to some
look,
fucking bullshit.
so forget about the
I'm
about
just
the
gonna speed
religious
this up.
back taxes. My back taxes are through the roof at this point.
Oh man.
I love Kevin
So
Feige.
yeah. Anyway, I think that I'll say this: we got a number of these hawks right now, former hawks or whatever.
Formal hawks. We're still hawks. It's like you don't. It's like you can be a hawk and not be a. You don't even have to associate. Most
All
hawks
the
don't
Uyghurs are
associate-
evil. China's actually doing great things by secularizing their culture and education. Didn't you know?
Oh yeah.
God, that's the next place. No, don't go there, Kevin. That's cringe.
Or you want to call it, that are still siding with the short man here.
That's a reference to Neo Konosuke, by the way. He's kind of important to this drama. But
The short man is a nobody. They put out a poll today asking who's the leader of hot Twitter, as if the results of that poll matter, because one dude is a literal
this is the
meme.
poll!
yeah,
The meme poll I put out that he took so fucking seriously.
yeah. The fact Dragon was on the stream on the poll should have told you something. Cool strawman. What did we strawman you on?
We didn't strawman you, you're just a bitch.
Yeah, I mean, be specific or just shut up. That's two choices.
who's a 25-year-old unemployed weeb who's terminally posting vapid stuff on Twitter where nobody even knows his identity. And whenever you call him out on the shit that he posts, he can't defend it. For example, the day he defended a homophobic tweet, he didn't defend it. He said, oh, you wrote an essay over my shit post. So his defense was it was just a shit post.
Again, I know very little about that tweet. I've only seen what Asuka and Kevin have said about it, and they both basically take differing views. I mean, I could tell you what Asuka says, but then we basically would be here all night.
Whereas if I post something and then you come at me, I'll be like, yeah, I stand by what I said.
Yeah.
He can't even do that. He doesn't even have an identity attached to him. And they're having this conversation about him being the leader of Hawk Twitter. He was never even a part of Hawk Twitter.
Again, I don't get the idea that you can't just decide who's on Hawk Twitter and who's not.
Well, no, only he gets to decide who's on Hawk Twitter because, like, I don't know. From my perspective, at least, like hanging around with him and his crew for all those many months, it seems that he is in a fucking bubble of sorts, where only his fucking inner circle of like Hawks matter, and anyone who doesn't like agree 100% is
Well,
like
that's
an
politics
outsider.
in a nutshell, though. That's how Sanders.
Yeah, but it's like when it's fucking like Twitter fringe ideology, and yeah, like being a Hawk is like fringe,
Pretty fringe.
technically
Yeah,
speaking.
no, especially at least the length which he goes.
Anyway,
Yeah, like it's
person,
really
yes.
fucking autistic and like fucking pathetic that he's trying to like command this like he's like some fucking savior trying to fucking.
My only real criticisms of Kevin, though, again, like I think he makes informative content for basically, I mean, he's probably what I would say the leading like neoconservative, like what he says, I mean, like the leading figure on that front.
He's probably
that
the
being-
smartest neoconservative.
No, I'm not
online
going to talk. We're not talking about his intelligence. I'm not personally. I don't want to weigh in on any of that because I don't think he's an idiot. But either way, because neoconservatism is like at this point has slipped into the near fringes. Plus it's not really cool to kind of be that ideology anymore. So there are not very many like neoconservative YouTubers, and Kevin, I'd say, is definitely, because a lot of it's on Twitter too, his like activism and stuff. So I think, I mean, he's good. He's good at what he does. He's a good presenter. However, his live streams can, I mean, when they're like one-on-one ones, they're pretty good. They can be good. Or if they're talking about a serious subject. But then there are these drama streams, or the drama streams, as he calls them. And it's like, okay, at this point, it's like, come on. It's like, your streams are supposed to be about, like, these serious issues. I mean, that's the way you're presenting. That's the way you're presenting yourself. But now you're doing a drama. It's like, okay, it's like being, it's like Keemstar Castley. That's what it seems. That's what it seems like. It's drama alert, and
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
just that it just I don't know. It just kind of having this kind of streams kind of makes me not take somebody as seriously. And I'm not saying I don't take him seriously, but I'm saying that I take him more seriously if he did not do streams like that. Like, I'm very professional when I have mine. I mean, I'll do like something I call a midnight stream every so often, but it's not we don't bring up drama, but it's just kind of like a casual laughing, drinking type thing. But other than that, like, I don't host streams that are just like about that sort of thing. It has to be surrounding a serious topic that's relevant.
Also,
And it just
basically,
like a political topic and a religious topic and stuff like that, but not like
exactly.
useless Twitter drama.
I'm just gonna say I am definitely not going to accept that challenge again because the last time I couldn't make it and you threw a hissy fit over like.
Hey, I'll moderate a debate between. I'll moderate another debate. If any of you guys want to debate Kevin.
Oh look, yeah, we're the biggest incel circle jerk. It's like we're not even technically on the same side. Like
how are we incels,
Exactly.
by the way?
I don't know, because I'm a virgin apparently, and that means incel automatically.
yeah, and I'm 18, and so being a virgin is very strange for someone my age.
Yeah, like
I sometimes I still wish that I had waited longer to lose mine, even though it was 2 days before I turned 20. I don't know.
He is a shit poster. That's true.
Why
But
did I say
he's
that?
basically a paleocon.
Yeah, he's a paleoconservative expansionist. That's all he really is.
Kind of speaks to the maturity that we were referring to earlier, because we're all for joking around. We don't really shit post though. Like
I have a
Wow,
big ego. It would be a
shit
tragedy
posting
if I
on the
didn't.
internet.
You should
What
be
a fucking
honored
crime.
to be in my presence.
Shit posting on the internet. Literal crime against humanity.
that's the significant difference here. That is the true ideological divide. I don't shit post. I actually post what I believe.
No,
And
I
I don't
believe he
bullshit
believes it though. That's
Wait.
the problem. He
Ideological
believed what he
divide? To shit post or not to shit post?
Oh look, Reese is there too.
He's brought in his whole army of mongoloids. Like, holy shit.
Yeah, 3 of them.
Jesus.
I'm shaking. There's more of us than there are of you.
And I'm fat, so that counts as 2 people.
Well, and I guess Minarchy's bi, so yeah, 2 people. That's what bi means, right?
yeah.
Okay, Kevin, like, Reese may have, like, 9K subs, but how many views has he gotten on, like, the last 3 videos he did in, like, the last year?
Thanks, Henry. Thanks, Henry, for that.
Mud Dead Channel. You can't just say Mud Dead Channel yet simultaneously brag that you have a big channel. Like what the fuck?
Why are we talking to the audience?
Yeah, we're just.
I don't know.
I mean, this is just a continuation of that drama stream, so it's just like makes sense to deal with them again.
I wonder if there's any link between this and the so-called worst living couple in America.
I don't know.
He didn't have the courage.
Yeah, guys don't remember who they are, apparently?
No.
Remember MMI and Hedda?
Okay, that. Wait,
what about them?
I wonder if there's this is still about if there's any connection between this and that. Probably not, since they're so different. But
no.
Also,
I don't have any similarities between me. There's no similarities between me and MMI. Maybe a few things, but that's about it.
I mean, the drama, like, this drama seems to be centered around theocracy versus, like, anti-theism, where it's not actually theocracy, it's just, like, straw man. Whereas the previous drama was fucking oppress the working class versus, you know, have a sane position on the working class.
Also, this is ironic to point out there are more Muslims than there are atheists in the world today.
Atheism is also likely just a fad.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, the empirical studies have shown atheism's on decline. And you see this sort of towards the end of, like, all civilizations. And when I say the end, I don't mean, like, right before it falls.
Yeah, I disagree with that. I thought there was, like, information in the Western world that atheism was going up.
Well,
no. Here's the thing. It's like...
No, listen. Hold on, let me finish. But the same exact thing, a secularization of society, happened, like, shortly after the time of Alexander the Great. and then they went through like a very atheistic period as the Roman Empire began to congeal, and it became the universal state of the Greco-Roman Hellenic civilization. At that point, there was what was known as a second religiousness, where people started becoming more and more religious again. This is sort of at the end of the civilization, and that's what Rome. And then people started turning towards like different mystery cults, and then we'll end up joining. Like for instance, Christianity was a big one because Christianity was the most the most appealing, the most universalist, the most inclusive, and like even a lot of our secular ideas today, like inclusion and like universal rights and that sort of stuff, are still rooted in sort of a Christian mindset. The same worldview, a very secularized version of the worldview, is we need to remember that
I will say this. I do actually kind of want to see a Reese versus Politicrat debate just because that would actually seem pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Not if it's blood sports, because man, I don't do blood sports.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I don't know if Reese would agree to a no blood sports rule. But...
I've never even talked to Reese. All I know is I had a stream, and then certain people who I will probably not be having on in a while. I'd like to have them on again eventually, though. But said some things about, or made some like accusations against him that it was not called, like it was very sketchy, and I was like, yeah, no, I don't want to be affiliated with making accusations as serious as that. But
anyway,
to actually stand up and say, yeah, I'm a bigot, what are you going to do?
Well,
but
that's even worse.
But he didn't have the courage anymore. In the past, he used to say, yeah, I'm a bigot against gays, they're degenerates. But now he can't even do that. And it's pathetic.
Oh, I just want to point this out. Apparently, we're not allowed to talk to... We don't deserve to talk to Reese.
Who the fuck would want to?
I don't know.
I mean, if he wants to talk to me, that's fine, but I'm not going to reach out to him.
Yeah.
But I am fine if he ever wants to have me on or something.
Yeah. He also said the panel is a bunch of sips for religions. There's nothing wrong with the religion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's short. He's short.
Also, is George Bush
a spider?
Religion? Just as a question.
What?
Is George Bush a sinful religion? Because Kevin's a big fan of George Bush. Is he a sinful
he's a Methodist.
Yes.
He's a Methodist. He was raised Episcopalian. His dad is Episcopalian. Jeb is a Catholic. Nikki Haley is a Catholic.
Yeah, we're all fucking
George Bush, he actually believed that the whole war on terror thing was part of the end times.
No, he said he called it a crusade. I actually just interviewed a gentleman yesterday from a university professor, history professor in DC. Yeah, and it was on his new book that he released. It was like The Abandonment of the West. I'm going to be posting it tomorrow. But where was I going with this? I'm so high right now. No, but George W. Bush, talking about the crusade. Basically how that was seen as like really controversial, and he was talking about that. Even though like we have always had that sort of crusading spirit, Western civilization, ever since it was born in like the 8th century. So, when it began to congeal. But the thing is, before the Enlightenment, for instance, it was a deeply religious period. But then eventually the Enlightenment happened. But it was not a revolt against religion. It was more of its fulfillment. The Enlightenment, what it was the rationalization, the secularization, the naturalization, the materialization of the Christian feeling of progress. the concept of progress and the upward flow of time towards a new towards like a heaven on earth. That is fundamentally utopian ideas too, and that sort of idea of divine providence and all that stuff is rooted in Christianity. But again, like I said, the Enlightenment ended up secularizing, naturalizing, rationalizing, and materializing those same motifs and ideas. Father, Son, and Holy Spirit become life, liberty, and property. All of these motifs transition, and I mean, it's interesting because the Crusades. There's no difference between the Crusades and the wars in the middle. No, in the wars,
doing this, but I just
hold on. Just let me finish. Let me finish this point. And there's no difference between the Crusades from back then and the wars in the Middle East today. The thing is, the only difference is, or the ones especially that Kevin wants to wage. The difference is, though, that those back then, the Crusades were a crusade in the name of the religion of Christianity. But these crusades, the ones in the wars on terror, or not even necessarily the war on terror, at least like these regime change wars in the Middle East, it's a crusade in the name of the religion of democracy. That's basically what it is. It's that same mindset. It's just that God is taken out of the equation.
Wait, we can.
What were you going to say, Grayson?
I want to be.
Oh, I was just going to say we should continue.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say a different point.
Sorry about that. And he's also very lanky and doesn't really have very much muscle mass. And he also sounds like a 15-year-old emo girl. And you can hear his voice in that debate with.
You can kind of tell.
And he sounds utterly goofy and comical. And we're having a conversation about if he's the leader
he's making fun of his
Twitter. Hold on a second.
By the way, from what I know, we didn't really pick Asuka to lead us because we knew he probably wouldn't be the best fit. We actually picked Net 7 to maybe a peacemaker essentially.
You want to pick me?
No. Everyone knows Dragon Raw Z is the leader.
Yes.
Yeah, someone told me I should have him on. I don't even know who he is or what side he's on or anything. I don't really want to be part of the Hawk drama. I just think it's kind of funny to watch.
He's not part of the drama. He's just Dragon. And if you oppose him, you're done, son.
What do you mean if you oppose him?
If you oppose him, you're fucking done. It's
you
just
can't
simple
beat
as
him.
that.
His autism is too strong.
No, you should have him on sometime, Politicrat.
Yeah. To talk about what?
Just talk about anything. Just have him on.
If that's the consensus.
Hold on. You want to talk about a leader? What leader follows more people than follow them?
This is another thing I don't like. He always talks about ratios. It's you may have more followers than I do, but I follow less people than you do. It's honestly, the ratio doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you know what? Another thing. He talks about ratios, and look, I will be clear. I kind of agree with him on the ratio thing. It is a bit more impressive to get followers when you barely follow people because it means people follow you organically. People follow you because they want to follow you, or it means you're botting people. But that's a different discussion. But he defends Spooky Nuki's channel. In fact, he even did in this chat tonight by saying he's got the biggest channel ever. But
hey, Kyle Clemson's got the biggest channel.
But how many views does he get? What's the ratio of views to subs?
The political Pigpen is the #1 Joe Biden fan stream.
Why doesn't he talk about that ratio? Why doesn't he talk about? And same with that Hutchinson guy that he debated, or not directly debated, but that guy who was on that hippy dippy roundtable panel that he was a part of. That guy had the most subs out of anyone on that panel.
I'm not being literal when I say a religion of democracy.
Sorry, can I?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Okay, yeah.
But Yeah, that guy had 1 million subs, but if you looked at his channel, he barely got any views. I mean, he got famous like 10 years ago for like some fucking Call of Duty trick shot montage or some stupid
Who
shit
did?
like that.
Who did?
I don't know. Like, Kevin went on like Dylan Burns' show one time, and like one of the guys he was debating was like this guy who does videos about politics, but the only reason he has 1 million subs is because he got famous for Call of Duty videos 10 years ago. He barely gets any views today. So yeah, that's the thing. Like, he talks all this shit about ratios, but he like fucking White Knights Spooky Nookies and doesn't even mention his ratios. And he's like, oh, Spooky Nookies has like one of the best channels ever. Fuck you, you're a piece of shit. You're a fucking incel, loser. You're a fat virgin. Cans cook. Just like, talk about all the ratios or quit being a hypocritical cunt.
Leader? He's the follower in chief of Hot Twitter. He's the follower.
Oof. No, I mean,
he's short. He's fucking short, dude.
That was a pretty ridiculous. The poll was a pretty ridiculous idea.
Because it wasn't a real idea though. So it's like, so
If that legitimately is the final consensus, then Hawk Twitter is doomed.
Yes.
Like really. If that's the point, you know, I mean, I already jumped ship in a sense, but
how could you jump ship? We all jumped ship before you did. Did we really jump ship, or did we just build a new ship?
Well, no, that's the thing.
That's the
again,
thing with Castley, though. He feels like he built.
That's what I was gonna say. He's in the fucking YouTube bubble.
So if any other like dissident thought, like maybe he's not the greatest. Well, you're obviously not a neocon if you don't agree with me.
Yeah, he literally said Neocon Asuka was not a neocon. Like, he used to say, like, he doesn't say that. He doesn't use that as a talking point anymore, but he used to say that, like, all the time.
So here's my question. Do you think if we somehow got John Bolton to go against Kevin, Kevin would disown Bolton?
Yeah, I think he would. I think he would.
He respects
not
him
Bill
too much.
Crystal, but anybody but Bill Crystal. Yes, he would.
Oh yeah, and also he said in the comments, democracy is not a religion, but it's an ideology, and religions are an ideology too.
Yeah, so
Brett,
you can
could you
look at it
just
both ways.
imagine
It's just
a
a single phenomenon, and it just expresses itself religiously early, and it expresses itself secularly early. It's like you're doing a chicken to the egg type thing. But
yeah,
either
they're both
way,
ideologies.
It's deeper. It's basically the dedication towards religion becomes replaced by the dedication towards like more abstract ideas.
Dude, I don't even
that
have a
take
YouTube
place in
channel.
religion.
I'm literally in this thing for fun. I literally do not care about like. I'm not a neocon. I'm literally here because I like Grayson. I could care less if I end up getting like 2 followers on Twitter because never mind.
Yeah. It's like, I don't think it's not really. I don't do this for the views. I do this for the shits and giggles. And this is fun. I want to be on streams with these people more often.
Besides, Grayson, you literally said Castley got you. I mean, got you to become a neocon. So it's just like,
yeah, dude, you fucking grifter. You were a paleocon 3 weeks earlier, and you really now you make me embarrassed because like you were on the like literally 3 weeks after I had somebody representing paleoconservatism on that stream, which Kevin was also on. 3 weeks later, you say, "No, I'm a neocon now." And it's like, oh, it does not make me look good. It makes me look like I'm associated. No, you're not. No, but you're not as bad as Dave Rubin.
I would really jump ship, and I'd just be like, I'm on Reese Twitter now. That's quite enough of that.
Well, I'm winning right now. There are like 19 votes, and I've got 37%. The short weed has 31.6%. So
This doesn't really age well.
Yeah. Asuka's winning that poll.
Which we know that's like 7 people that think that he's what would you call it, swaggy. So
Well, there's like 83 votes now.
It's basically the dude who's dry and boring,
Oh, but
and nobody watches his streams.
Via P,
Wait.
shout us out, man.
Wait,
Shout me
didn't-
out.
Why'd
Okay.
they even like mention you weren't even in the poll? Like, what the hell? Like, what?
Wait, can I
I
ask
don't
this
know.
question? Because I remember I debated Cassidy on the Rec War, like in February, I think. Like, why is he shit talking to you when you appeared in multiple of his videos? Apparently, like, oh, even though he doesn't think you're good at all, like, oh, you're not funny at all.
You see, at least this man's more humble. He accepts the dragon win.
That's what I
Where's the-
wanted. I wanted people to vote for Dragon. I would have voted for Dragon like if I could vote in my own poll. Like that's why I put him as an option. Like it was a fucking joke poll, and Kevin's here acting like it's fucking serious. Like no, it's fucking not.
It's probably who else is there? That's some dude who's like a fan of Dick Cheney but doesn't like any of the other Hawks. That dude.
Yeah, posting
That
racist
U.S. Armed
bullshit.
Forces Stan account, who's one of the dumbest people that I've actually talked to in the last couple months.
I think Cassidy's not, like, completely caught up with the thing. He just talked about how he loves John Bolton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, going back to the guy that nobody watches his streams, you were talking about reading comprehension earlier. He has
Oh
some of the worst
Oh yeah. This is a good
reading
point.
comprehension of anybody that I've ever come across. Like
Dude.
seriously, it's probably on the same level as Hawk. Like straight up, I've debated like anarchists and stuff that have way better reading comprehension than this guy. This guy said to me before.
So, first of all, say my name, bitch.
No, he's not gonna do that because he's just gonna be like a passive aggressive little F word.
Yeah.
F word? What are you talking about?
Also, I mean,
I'm talking about flags, Nazi
Also-
flags.
Yeah, don't do that shit, man.
I
Does he not
don't.
let you say that?
Yeah,
Does he not
no-
let you say?
Nazi flags are bad. I denounce all flags. Fuck flags.
Flags are cool. What are you talking about?
Actually, you're right. I like flags.
I also like Six Flags, but not as much as Busch Gardens. But I also don't like Busch Gardens nearly as much as Disney World.
You go to Busch Gardens too?
I worked at Busch Gardens, man.
No,
I-
I used to go there all the time.
Yeah, but unfortunately, I just found out last week that the house my family has down there, they sold it.
Oh.
It's sad. Good memories
Or-
there.
I don't owe you anything. And I'm like, I agree. You don't
Yeah.
owe me anything, basically. And then he quote tweets me and says, no, I don't owe you anything, man. I'm like, oh, so we're dealing with a word that if I said it on here, I'd risk your channel's integrity with YouTube. So
Yeah, I know what he's going to say. Now, if you excuse me, guys, I have to go sign my application for the Special Olympics.
Also he the way he was going like I have a bigger channel or he has a bigger channel or something than you or that like that's kind of like freaking dick measuring. Like
Hey,
saying,
what's-
"My
yeah,
dick's
no, I was
bigger."
about to
It
say the
is
same
dick
thing.
measuring.
To say the same thing. It's like, but it's also.
I mean, by that
think.
logic, Nick Fuentes has like is based and right about everything. If we're going off,
Ew.
my
No,
channel
who's
size.
willing to
More like-
bet that
more like
like sometime
fuck
down the
boys.
road, like fucking Kevin's gonna do like what Nick Fuentes did, like he's gonna like fucking write himself into pages on conservatism and neoconservatism and foreign policy and shit. Like Kevin's gonna do that.
I'd
Wait, you
love
mean
to see
like he
Kevin
will
become.
like
I'd love to
hijack
see Kevin
Wikipedia and
become
say
like.
like he founded neoconservatism like
I'd
that?
love to see Kevin become like the next Nick Fuentes. That would be funny.
Well, no, here's the thing. If we're doing like big subscribers, then technically we should get all our politics from PewDiePie.
No.
No, we should get him
No.
from T Series.
We should get
No, guys, we should
India
get him from-
Superpower 2020.
Guys, no, we should get him from Spooky Nookies. I mean, not Spooky Nookies. I'm sorry, Mr. Dapperton. I meant Mr.
Dapperton.
Oh my god.
I actually did not mean Spooky Nookies. I meant Mr. Dapperton. How did I get them confused?
So I'm not going to say it, but it starts with R.
Right, he
It
has
starts
the
with
most
R
subs
and ends in
and
R.
has more views.
There's
He's
that.
So
He's
yeah,
a dart.
we should get our
He's
views from
a
him.
dart. He's a dart. Yeah, that's what he is. So,
Found a way
Hey,
around
quick
the
question,
TOS.
like,
yeah.
American Madhouse seems pretty like relaxed. Like I don't think he said anything about anything so far.
What did you say?
Like, who is American Madhouse? Like I know about Henry to an extent. Like he moderated the debate for us, but just like he's just been quiet on all the drama. I think.
He's kind of like the neutral. He's like the most neutral person, I guess.
Yeah, like when shit got really heated, like whenever there was like a heated moment in Dragon's group chat, like Dragon Razi, who hosts the group chat containing a crossover of all the people who really hated each other, like Henry would periodically just post a gif of like someone eating popcorn or something.
But no, Dragon, I'll give him credit. He always kept peace because he would just derail the conversation so fast.
Oh yes.
I respect that American
He's such a
Madhouse.
slanderous piece of shit.
Oh, and
Like,
that
I'm
too,
done with
and
it.
that too.
Yeah, I just showed the tweets in full, so you can determine if I slandered or not, but I'm standing by that I never slandered.
Look, I will donate like $20 to a charity, like if Kevin does a reaction stream to this stream.
No, I mean he can if he wants to, but it's just like
Again, I don't
I
think
will
that's gonna,
donate.
That's gonna.
No, I
it's
will
not-
donate $20 to a Palestinian charity if Kevin does.
He's gonna do that. No, it's funny because I feel like Kevin would be the one to do that. Yet at the same time,
And for every hour that you stream, I will triple. Actually, no, I will donate $100, and for every hour that you stream, I will add another 100. If you react to this stream, Kevin. Like, you have my word. I'm gonna fucking do that.
Too, and that too. And I can't get over though. I can't get over how almost all of them, with the exception of Asuka, like I was talking about how Asuka, the short weeb, the unemployed weeb, how he didn't have the courage to
I love
defend
those
what he was
insults.
doing as anything other than a shit post. But he's better than the others because the others will say swaggy stuff about Reese in public.
We never said anything swaggy about Reese.
I don't even know Reese.
Yeah,
who's Reese?
Spooky Nookies.
This guy.
Oh, Spooky Nookies.
I mean, sure. Sometimes I'm not always aggressive towards him. I guess that counts as being swaggy towards him. Yeah, like I don't.
Isn't Swaggy like flirty or like? Is that what he means? Like, yeah, he's trying to fuck. Spooky
I want to address something Neocon Asuka is saying. They always mispronounce my name, shaking my head. I realize that, like, I know that's not how you pronounce it, like, phonetically in Japanese. I realize it's Asuka, but I'm not gonna care to
That's
fucking...
too many syllables.
Yeah. Well,
No, I'm not.
Americans, you're
I'm
going to
no,
name
I'm
your
not
name-
gonna be caring to like fucking pronounce shit like that way. Like I'm not gonna like fucking think, oh wait, this is a Japanese word. I'm not gonna like. I'm just gonna say Asuka like when I'm talking. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
this
Americans,
isn't,
we
yeah,
don't
this
care
isn't
about
this isn't fucking Kiki's Delivery Service. That's a good movie,
But
though.
then in
Good movie.
private, we all know what they've said. So
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And other people who were supposedly your friend, I know I mentioned this a litany of times, but supposedly consider you a friend. And one of the closest Hawks, you could say even your best friend, has
Oh,
been
this is funny. This is
fucking
funny.
stabbing you in the back
This
and
this freaking R word.
just in order to receive
video.
gratification from the
Pause the video.
self-hating bisexual.
Pause the video. This freaking R-worded Mong thought I was like he's alluding to me. Like you'll figure that out later. Like he thinks I'm the best friend. Like what? Like how?
Just like Coronis and MMI.
Because like I the only way I could possibly foresee why he would think this is because maybe like I appear on the streams very frequently, or I did before all this drama. And, that's because me and Kevin both live on the West Coast, and we both probably don't get much sleep. Like, I get, 4 hours of sleep, and I just drink, a shit ton of energy drinks in the morning, and go to work. So I have a lot of free time.
You're everyone's best friend, man.
Oh, yeah, fucking Kevin put out a tweet saying, oh, Haas had a point about Cans Cook, and he got fucking ratioed really hard. 2 people liked the tweet, but, there were so many quote tweets and replies just yo, what the fuck is wrong with you? Everyone loves me. You can't cuck the Zuck. You can't shove your dick in my
Why
ass.
are you guys
My
talking
my ass is fucking great.
Cans cuck.
I'm sorry. I'm fucking gay.
Wait, who was this?
I'll tell you in a little bit, but
Yeah, he's also too much of a bitch to say it.
Wait, because as far as in the hot community goes, I always thought of Reese as probably my closest sort of associate, but yeah.
Yeah, no, it wasn't me. The shock of all shocks, but that would have been a crazy twist.
Oh man.
Hey, guys.
No. So you got Grace and me.
I just came up with a very mean analogy. Or actually, no, it's not mean because it's actually I don't mean it very maliciously. But the relationship between Spooky Nookies and Kevin reminds me a lot of just the relationship between MMI and Coronis.
How so?
Just
I
sort
mean,
of
can you elaborate a little bit? I'm not too familiar with Coronis as a person, so you gotta
okay, I really don't want to go into detail about that specifically, because I don't want to open a whole new can of worms that other people in the chat can. I mean, yeah, it really has to do at least with the dynamic.
Yeah. Let the chat write the fan fiction.
Okay.
Basically, you got fucking what's his name? I mean, you got Kansas who's tucked out on this.
Oh yeah, Cans Cup.
Not impressed with him at all.
Yeah, no. Yeah, he's a piece of shit.
I find it funny, he was willing to criticize me, publicly. I mean, this is public. Presumably when he thought I wasn't watching, because nobody watches this stream.
Yeah. Talk about projection.
Sorry, man, but you are.
Yeah, it's kind of true. So.
I mean, you're the one who say, oh, not even a day later, or you keep, you're the most petty person on the planet. Dude, you're the one who refused to directly fucking respond to Natalie.
Oh,
God. Jesus.
This is the thing they make it. They're always oh, but you didn't directly respond to Natalie. It's I didn't even know who she was, so why am I going to?
No, nobody knows who she is. She imagine simping for a YouTube commenter. They're fucking YouTube comments.
No,
holy
don't
shit.
you know? In a few years, when Saint Natalie comes down and only saves the righteous people, the heathens will be slayed down, and that will be us. We are the heathens. The heathens will be forced to watch Grey Zone videos 24/7.
Or political pigpen on loop.
Oh, stop simping, bro.
Dude, go put on your purple suit and fucking Wank your little dick.
Like, also, it's like, I don't even, half these people in this community, half these people in the stream aren't even in the Hawk community, so they don't even care what community she's a part of.
Ghastly said Natalie was a longtime member of our community. She is more important than any of you. She's also base and speaks truth to theocratic
Okay, I don't
power.
believe that actually, because it's like you guys would have known about. I feel like Cassie would have brought her up in like streams with you guys if she was like that
No,
much.
no. At most, like he would highlight the comment like that Natalie would make, like as he would do for anyone else, as anyone would do for anyone using StreamYard. Like, she's not special. I mean, he's just like simping and chimping.
I remember
Simping and chimping all day long.
I found out
simping
about
and
Cassie
chimping and
through
singing
like,
this song.
Peach Leia.
Simping and chimping.
And literally, never mind.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, like, he literally live streamed with her before, so I thought they would have been closer.
Oh no!
You could have just DM'd her, but no, you just want to ingratiate yourself.
No. He
He doesn't
wanted
deserve to be
the virtue
DM'd.
points of likes on Twitter. See, the
Yes.
thing is, I only say that. I only do that with people like Fairbanks and all their stupid isolation.
Also, okay, actually, I'll let him continue, then we can get to the point.
As fans, or I'll quote tweet them because I want my community to like what I got to say. And I don't even really feel like just replying to them. I'll quote tweet them. And if they're big, I'll reply and quote tweet the same thing so that I can piss off their followers and also show my followers what a brainlet this is. He went and did that with a hawk.
Okay, pause.
Does that mean like you call out a hawk from saying some dumb shit?
Hold on. I have called out other hawks and even gotten blocked before. Like we're on good terms now, but I actually got blocked by Dick Cheney fan one time because I called him out on something.
Yeah.
Like I don't like, and I went way harder on Alex R. Like I have a whole thread archiving his insane tweets. If you guys don't know who that is, like I can fucking show you. Like it's fucking insane.
I think I
Yeah,
remember
he's-
Cassie shit talking to him before.
Yeah, he there's like a bunch of tweets like he's basically like an incel who like supports like the Taliban and shit. Yeah,
No,
it's a big rabbit hole. Like you're gonna have to look at
a thick boy, so
He also thinks all Mexicans support the
Oh,
drug
right,
cartels by sheer virtue of being Mexicans. I archived like 60 plus of his tweets, like not just screen cap, but like archived like on the archive machine so people can see them like
I don't know,
forever.
It's funny how he acts like, oh, the Hawks had attacked another Hawk. We have a libertarian and a leftist on the stream, so, and they can tell you how much their community infights.
Yeah.
It's like
What am I?
libertarians when they argue if the speed limit should be 85 or nothing.
Yeah, what am I? Which one am I?
I mean,
I
isn't
don't
the
know
meme
what-
with libertarians like you're not a real libertarian?
Who, me?
No, whenever I see libertarians, the biggest joke with them, they always call each other not real libertarians.
No, okay. I'm
Libertarians
actually doing a video about that for my YouTube channel. And hold on, and I'm gonna read the joke that I start with, like because I start with a joke that I think is pretty good, but it has exactly to do with this. Hold on.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Yeah, hold on.
But
Not like there's anything wrong with being a ladyboy.
Floating. Okay. So a man is standing on the edge of a bridge. Looks like he's about to commit suicide. Another man rushes up to him and says, Wait, what's going on? And the man says, I have nothing left to live for. I might as well just end it now. And he says, wait, what? What's going on? He's like, I've always wanted to make a difference, but like I'm super black-pilled now. And now I know that like we're never going to be able to achieve like a changed world. And he's like, what? Are you are you political or something? Yes, I'm quite political. Me too. Are you a capitalist or a socialist? Capitalist. Me too. Are you Democrat or Republican or neither? Neither. I'm an independent. Me too. Would you describe your politics as being more left-leaning, right-leaning, or libertarian? I'm a libertarian. Well, me too. Which libertarian politician do you like more? Gary Johnson or Ron Paul? Ron Paul, of course. Me too. Did you prefer Cato? Do you prefer the Cato or Mises Institute? The Mises Institute. Me too. Are you an anarchist or a minarchist? Anarchist. Me too. Are you an anarcho-capitalist or an agorist? Anarcho-capitalist. Me too. Are you a consequentialist, anarcho-capitalist, or a deontological natural rights anarcho-capitalist? Deontological. Me too. Are you a Rothbardian or a Hoppian? Rothbardian. Me too. Do you prefer early 1970s, circa?
How long is this joke? No.
Hold on. Circa For a New Liberty, or late 1990s, more paleocon, Murray Rothbard. And he says, I don't know. I don't really want to have to choose. But come on, you have to choose. And then the man says, okay, fine. I kind of prefer early 70s Rothbard more. Early 90s Rothbard is fine. I just prefer him more. The man looks at looks at him angrily. And finally, in a fit of rage, pushes him off of the bridge. Fucking Lolbert.
Oh, okay.
That was way too long.
That's so
you need
true,
to dial
though.
it down.
Okay, is that true
That's
though? Is that basically
Yeah.
true?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
It's
but it's
totally
like
true.
it was way too long.
Also,
well,
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
like
this-
a solid 2 minutes, I think.
Even
This
if
does
it's
not-
true, okay, so she has a penis. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. It's Pride Month. Like I'm very open and accepting of
but
all.
no, the thing is, he says she's still right. I mean, that does not help.
If she's right, then like, why did she quit Twitter?
No, it's like that does not help your brand if you're saying she's right when she says all Muslims, no matter how moderate, are POS, when you advocate for wars in the Middle East. Now, I do technically advocate for wars in the Middle East, even though that is a kind of not something you would say for optics, but I also don't think Muslims are pieces of shit.
No, the Magian culture lived a noble life.
Yes.
Like the same standard. Like I'm not gonna DM Fairbanks or whoever the fuck and be like, "What did you mean by this? It's kind of offensive." But
No.
But that's the thing. That's the thing. Like, I mean, let's say that it was Kanzik that posted a pretty hot take. I would have just DM'd him and be like, "Yo, what's up with this?"
I
Yeah,
post
I'm
cringe
sorry.
all the time, and he never DM'd me about that.
Also, the thing is, did he ever actually do that with MMI? Like, I know that's like a hot take.
No, he didn't. He just like when. In fact, he didn't do that with Neokonosuka. He just like quote tweeted and said unfollowed.
Yeah.
What a fucking hypocritical douche.
And to be honest, I still think I don't like the kind of soup.
Oh, I want to fund
Catholic.
terrorism? Layman, I'm not funding terrorism. I'm helping out the Palestinians, dude. Like we can do this together.
Yeah. It's up to you whether or not it happens or not.
It's up to you, Kevin. The choice is yours.
This
I-
is going
I know
to
I'm
be
a
looked at by the
libertarian here,
FBI
but
now, and I'm
imagine
actually
sipping
worried.
for Israel.
Hey, there are
I mean,
legitimate charities.
I'm pro-Israel, but like
Yeah.
only proud. But like, I mean, they're the closest thing that the Middle East has to a democracy. So I'm like pragmatically pro-Israel.
No, I think it's
But not because I like their government, because their government is absolute dog shit. But
Maybe Natalie's
but
his
they're our best chance.
sister.
They're our
No, I
best
think
chance
so.
for ally in the Middle East.
Yeah.
It's
I actually
pragmatic.
think I think in terms of like human rights, they probably have the best record in the Middle East. But then again, that's not saying too much.
That's not saying much.
Yeah.
Okay, you
Like-
bought a suit for her, Kevin. Literally, you bought a suit for her. This is why we
Simping
think
for
you're
spooky
simping.
nuke. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, we're sexist too.
Instead, it's quote tweet, concern troll, Macern, this is.
It's not even actual.
They wouldn't have done it. By the way, they wouldn't have done that shit. They wouldn't have done that shit if it was one of the Christian.
Oh, again. What's the point of that? It's like you have no proof that we would have done it, though. You're just
It's a
saying that.
conspiracy theory because he's simping and chimping. Like he's simping and chimping in the chat right now. And again, Kevin, the choice is yours.
Oh,
Like,
sorry, I thought it was my bad.
Kevin, it's up to you. Like you can react and I'll donate, or you can't. Like it's your choice. Like I'm not the one who makes the stream.
This is a crime. Who needs 60 ties and only 20 shirts?
How many ties are you gonna wear in a fucking day? Like what the?
He wears a different tie
my
per video.
God, that's just so crazy.
He doesn't even wear a tie in every video.
Look,
I'm
he
not-
likes his
I'm-
ties. I can't blame
Wait,
him.
hold on, Kevin. I don't want to fund terror. I'm just saying the choice is yours. The choice is yours. You
Does
can
he
make the
really care?
choice.
No way. There's no
Oh,
way in hell
absolutely.
they would have done that. They wouldn't have
Oh
done
yeah,
it.
because they cuck for the religion people. That's
Yes.
it. That's pure and simple. But also, I just want to say something. Like, I don't give a fuck what anyone says on Twitter. You know, obviously,
Twitter.
I mean, yeah, I'll retweet people's dumb shit, but I ain't gonna fucking slide into their DMs and be like, "Oh, Reese, what you just said on Twitter is a bit."
Well, technically, what Jay did was he slipped into our group chat one time and began saying atheism or GTFO, got ratioed, and then left.
Yeah.
It's like, and when we made points like, oh, but religion doesn't make you poor. It's just that richer nations typically are just less religious after the fact. They become wealthy. Like, no, religion keeps you poor. But what do you expect from a Brit?
That was the French. Wait, can we go back to that conversation though, where Kevin Castley has like 60 ties?
Yes, that's crazy.
Yo, I respect that though.
Yeah,
I'll
no, that's
honestly
pretty
buy
classy.
a few ties for him too.
Honestly,
Like-
I don't know how. I think I own like 8 ties. And I
Does
don't
anyone,
wear
does
them.
anyone own?
do you-
Does anyone own?
Wait, Castley, I have to ask you this.
Anybody
random
own any
question.
Trump
Do you have
ties?
like an Israel flag tie? Because I would buy that for you. I would donate that money specifically to your Patreon.
Wait, what?
I would donate, or like, if there's an Israel flag tie, I would donate it to Kevin Castley.
Me too.
A bit offensive, my dude. You
Yeah.
know, what are we, SJWs?
Well,
Apparently.
no. Stuka, the short unemployed weeb is basically an SJW. He was talking about how this isn't 2015 and how what she said was offensive and all this stuff.
That's kind of because it was offensive. Like, you can say it's SJW, but I mean, it's like calling religious people schizophrenics. That is
wait.
offensive.
Imagine
Well, no,
saying she's an
He made a
SJW.
video like, Bosch receives valid criticism for his donating to Palestinian charities. Like, okay, Natalie was fairly criticized for saying something shitty about Muslims.
I'm gonna donate to Palestinian charities if Kevin reacts, and it's his own choice to react. The choice is yours, Kevin. It's all up to you. So if you want to fund terror, then it's all in your hands.
Community and all this shit and everything. And I'm listening to this. I'm like, the fuck? Like,
It really proves my point that I made before, but progressivism or progressivism or conservatism are basically each ideology that come into contradiction with each other. And the best examples that beautifully illustrate my point are Keek and Asuka.
Did anyone catch that? Because I actually don't get what he said. Blue
Said
card, you're the
Keek.
What?
Which is like some nickname Devin Tracy came up with for
No,
what?
I'm trying to like
Yeah, I
get
probably have
Blue
to go in
card
the next
because
5 minutes.
he probably has like the best answer for this.
Oh, okay. How about if Kanzek like Kanzek, I'm just gonna say something to you. I don't want you to fund terror. If you give $10 to if you give $10 to Palestinian charity, I am going to give $30 to the church. So that means Kevin would also, by extension, be responsible for me donating money to a religious organization.
You're right. And you know, by extension, like would be aiding pedophile priests, right?
Yeah. And then Minarchy Thinker, you can just donate to some anti-war group, and then Kevin would now be funding anti-war groups.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's fucking.
Hey, if
let's
he
all
reacts, I'm
fund.
gonna buy him an issue.
Yeah, if he reacts to the
Tayo.
stream, let's all fund something big and awesome.
Now,
Let's fund something epic style.
No, you should start an entire. You should do funds and start an entire new like cell in the Middle East that wants to restore.
Grayson,
That wants to restore
Yeah.
the glory of Babylon.
this is all a Cyclops or a Cyclops. Cyclops. You're,
It's
This
the
is a
Anunnaki,
fake war.
guys.
this is a fake war. Kevin, you're still Kevin Cassidy's friend. You just want us to. I don't know. Just coming up with a conspiracy in my head. I couldn't make it sound good.
No. Here's the thing. I was never actually a neocon, and we were just all here just to make him look stupid. And this is when I actually revealed that I was a paleocon the whole time.
Wait, what?
Are you still a paleocon?
No. I was just joking. Like,
Oh
No, there's
so
no
you-
shit
I was
posting
gonna
allowed.
say, like,
That's the ideological divide here.
Like,
Shit
here's the thing.
posting.
Do you think I would actually be able to pull this off for like 6 months?
Yes.
Yeah, like obviously we all ganged up together to fucking like get that Natalie. Like we're fucking planning a fucking caliphate. Like we're fucking planning everything.
Yeah.
Like
We-
you
we
fucking
were going to-
DM'd me those plans for that like caliphate.
Yeah, like this is a single. This is a caliphate meeting. This is where we all meet together and reveal that we're actually the leaders of. I won't say that. We are not the leaders of that group in particular.
What, the fucking Catholic Church?
No, the Islamic. The
State.
Islamic.
Dude, Sufis are based. Sufi Muslims.
Anyway,
We should like convert the entire Middle East to Sufism, or install a Sufi caliphate instead. If Kevin would support that, if he didn't like Assad, like he doesn't like Assad, so I mean, I think Kevin would support that. Wait, Kevin's an anti-theist now. Does he still support Saudi Arabia, which is a theocracy?
No, Kirkpatrick doctrine. You work with right-wing authoritarian regimes that support United States interests. They're easier to convert to liberal democracies down the road. In fact, Saudi Arabia is reforming rather well in recent years. Like it's an international relations thing. He's never actually liked the social, domestic, political aspects of Saudi Arabia.
I believe Cassidy even said like MBS is the reason why that thing isn't bigger, or like I was gonna say mullahs. That's Iran, I think.
No, MBS is the reason Saudi Arabia is getting better.
Yeah, he said MBS is the reason why the clerics aren't controlling the nation.
I mean, well, they're not getting that much better. They still hang gay people.
And where?
Yeah, but women are allowed to leave. Women are allowed to drive. They've also repealed the kafala law system, which is that notoriously bad system of slavery, like
I think
de facto
the reason-
slavery, and
Like,
that's
and the
a
thing is,
huge
like,
step in the right
it
direction.
has to be slow, or else you probably would risk some sort of Muslim Brotherhood takeover. So
Like Iran.
Yeah, like Iran.
Oh, sorry. I thought you meant like Iran was going to like invade Saudi Arabia to stop the changes. You meant like the 78 revolution.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they went too fast.
Those are good examples.
Nope, definitely autism.
By the way, I gotta say, I watched Devin Tracy's video today on Keek and Anna, and he was laughing and everything, saying like, "Oh, look, she's having
I
a
think the
rant
rest
and
of his
unhinged
videos
and
are
all this, and
relevant.
it's unprofessional."
Mhm.
No, she's calling out Aaron Mate. I did a video on it, and actually, Devin
Yeah,
was
I'm
wrong
pretty
about
sure.
that,
I'm pretty
so.
sure they don't talk about anything else relevant after this point.
Wait, can I
Yeah.
ask you this important
So
question?
I guess that's it.
Can we
we
just
have
have
one-
Kevin Castley come
Yeah, we have
on
one-
just so we can ask him about his suits?
Sure.
Sure.
If you want to talk
I
about
mean-
the suits. Also, I want to say something to Kevin. Like, you saying Cans Cook doesn't like it works for Hawes because he's ultra high energy and fucking yells all the time. That's what makes it funny. Like, you do it, it's not really as funny, especially when everyone in the community who like fucking sees it, like
I
knows
don't
the
know if
context.
I don't know if Kevin's walking or not. That's the thing, though. So I mean, if he's down, he's welcome to come on.
Castley, I want you to come on. I just send you the link. I want to talk to you about your suits. This is more important to me
No,
right now.
he's gonna grill me on why I am trying to fund terror, but I told him it says like that's what he's gonna do when he gets here, and he's gonna go on a fucking tirade like tomorrow, saying that everyone in the community should disown me, and saying that our side of the community are actually like theocrats that support Hamas and the Muslim Brotherhood, all because of this little joke I did. Like, literally. Like, that's what he's gonna do. Just watch.
I don't. I mean,
No,
I'll give
that's
it a
literally
few
what he's gonna do.
I'll give it a few minutes if he joins. If he doesn't, then it's.
That's literally what's gonna happen. I can fucking, like, tell you that right now.
He's asking
Oh,
you to
If you join, no,
Yeah, it's not.
Oh,
he
I
just
thought
wants to
you
do it
meant
on
like
his
he just
channel,
joined right-
probably.
I
Yeah.
just Castley, I just DM'd you.
If he's busy, then why is he here
He's,
commenting?
he's busy watching us.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Anyway, this was a fun stream.
Yeah, it was.
Again, this isn't really a.
Oh
circus
wait,
joke.
Castley, you can't join right now. Wait,
Yeah.
you're watching.
I don't know because apparently you can't. I don't know what it.
Maybe he's with
Wait,
family
it's-
right now.
If he's with family, he's just, like, watching this on his phone. He's just, like, fucking...
He went to the bathroom, basically.
Incels.
That's what I
We're
used
all
to do.
Incels.
Projection.
Actually, I think all incels should be genocided.
Yeah. It's like
Like, they're the one group of...
Incelicided.
I think incels are, like, the one group of people I would commit a genocide on.
They are degenerate. They're very degenerate.
They are degenerate, but it doesn't really count as a genocide because it's not like a genealogical grouping or even a religious grouping.
oh, he's not even home. How is he? What is he watching? He's watching this.
He's
on
watching this on
Driving.
public transit.
Maybe he went on a walk.
Maybe I don't know.
Where the
Oh,
fuck
wait.
is he?
I don't know. I don't know. if I
Kevin,
would
where
want
are
to-
you?
Am I going?
What are you doing?
Here's the
Are
thing,
you
do you
are
really
you
wanna
fucking
sit
getting
next
drunk
to-
in the woods?
I don't want to like sit next to Kevin Castley on like public transit though, and like see him watch the stream because
Hello,
we're like going to
I'm
punch
Kevin
these.
Castley. How are you doing today?
Kevin, are you jacking off on the bus like while walking this?
Nah, I just would really want to talk to him about his suits. I could care less about the narrative stuff right now.
I actually kind of want to bring him in, like in for like.
No, imagine if he's like
serious
work-
interview.
no, imagine
Wait,
if
wasn't
he's
he like?
imagine if he's working like right now.
he was
Like,
in,
and this
like,
stream's been
debate
going on for
earlier.
like 2 hours. Like, he's been working this whole fucking time.
I don't know.
Maybe he
What
just
does
had
he
it
do
in
for a
his
living?
pocket, headphone.
I don't know what he does, so I'm just
No, but
gonna-
He's in retail.
imagine,
He's
no,
in
imagine,
he's in retail.
no,
Don't insult his
imagine
job,
that.
though. Don't insult his job.
No, it's not. I'm not insulting his job. I'm insulting him, like fucking doing this shit while on the job. I'm not insulting his job. I'm not.
Yeah, it'd be like
I'm not
Mr.
some
Can
big shot fucking lawyer or anything.
No, it'd be like.
But I'm not gonna
Mr.
fucking like if Kevin were to do a stream on me, like I wouldn't fucking grab out my fucking phone and like fucking interrupt whatever the fuck I'm doing like every fucking second to fucking comment. Huh, Kevin's a fucking piece
Well,
of
we
shit.
don't even know if he's at his job right now.
No, this is what it's gonna be. It's gonna be a Mister. Can you help me find the soup? And it's be like,
He's texting
no,
and driving.
I have to watch 5 people yell at me through a camera.
Oh, he's texting and driving. Like, I don't know. Like, don't crash your car, dude. Don't run over some religious. Don't run over some Muslims.
Okay, with that, I think it's a good time to end the stream. Does anyone want to make a closing remark, or do you think?
I've made my closing remarks. Actually,
Okay.
I should re-emphasize. The choice is yours, Kevin. Like, you can react to this stream with your own stream. Like, I'm not saying you should do one or the other. I'm just telling you what I'm gonna do if you do that. If you don't, I won't do it.
I'm just gonna say I think we should stay for like 2 more minutes just in case, because I genuinely believe
No.
he might show up.
No, let's just close the stream. We're not giving him the satisfaction. Fuck him.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you all for coming, and I'll see you in the next video.
In nomine